To whom it may concern, a letter on the nature of the realms. What are the Violate Realms? Well, they're many things. They're the passion project of a small group of dedicated individuals. They're a method of expressing your creativity, of exposing new or different parts of yourself. They're the world in a story that is slowly piecing itself together over time. Most importantly, they're a hope that the unreal can become real, that change is inevitable, that we may all be remembered. I know this isn't what you all are here for, but I needed to squeeze that detail in. What the realms appear to be on the surface is a universe-sized melting pot of other failed timelines. Highly educated scholars date the current universe back roughly 14,000 years to a point of origin known as the Collapse. Why is it named that? Because the worlds collapsed in on themselves. Remnants of peoples, objects, cultures, and planes thrashed about, merging and mixing into the stew we see today. Many items survived the collapse intact, giving us clues as to what really went on. Some accounts were incorrect, but it doesn't exactly matter anymore. There is no undoing the collapse, as we've learned from experience. Post-collapse, we were left with entirely new things made from the ashes of the old. 4 major planets dominate the realms as sources of traffic, on which 99% or more of all life resides. These planets are Amphispena, a primitive grassland planet; Yulmar, a more advanced ocean planet; Terra, a continental world ruled with an iron fist; and Solaris, the world of chaos. I will write more of these letters to describe these planets in more detail, as each one is very unique and important. Besides, elaborating would diverge us from the topic at hand. On these 4 planets reside a multitude of species. Humanoids being the most common, no one is quite sure how they're spread so evenly across the universe. Humanoids of many races live on all planets, from the elves and dwarves of Amphispena to the gnomes of Yulmar, or the humans of Terra. Humanoids are the largest percentage of sentient life in the universe. Various beastkin also exist, such as the kobolds of Amphispena, of whom I regretfully am informed are, in fact, gnolls, which have been named kobolds for generations and refuse to be called by the former. I would delve deeper into this, but the species and races would need a letter of their own. On a grander scale, the realms are mainly contested by 3 fundamental forces: the equilibrium, a force of good, of life, of complexity; the void, a force of chaos, of manipulation, of potential; and finally, the discord, a force of annihilation, of entropy, and of simplicity. Your side may vary. After all, a side must always be chosen. The equilibrium is the source of the magics of the realms, occasionally called the weave, which is a linguistic remnant of the collapse. It is a field that flows through everything, giving things their properties. Subdivided into auras, it elaborates on the specifics of what things are. It's the balance of forces that makes it formidable. The selflessness to give yourself to your goal, and the selfishness to stand your ground. Separate, they are nothing, but together, they may just survive. The void is a realm of chaos overlapping the material. A dangerous land of limitless potential, very strong if harnessed correctly, but chaotic and unpredictable at best. The void has its core traits in manipulation of any kind, and those who can generate order from the madness become master manipulators as a result. Monstrosities form in the void out of raw dreams and nightmares, and take on many different shapes as void-ridden. Eldritch beings and Lovecraftian nightmares draw power from the void, as well as some other unconventional things. The Discord is raw, untamed hatred. It bows to one ruler and nothing else. A material Discord is liquidy goop that fluctuates with patches of white, gray, and black that constantly shift in lightness. Anything the Discord touches is likely to be infected, becoming discordant in the process and spreading the plague. There is only one way to reverse minor infections for even a minuscule amount of time, and it involves casters of the raw equilibrium, known colloquially as spark casters. Only creatures with a strong enough force of will retain their consciousness while discordant, and even then, they do not control their actions. The Discord is destined to annihilate the universe. Its plague has already gone too far to be contained. Many have tried in the past and failed in their attempts. That's partly why I'm writing this to you. In order to succeed against the Discord, we'll need as many allies as we can get. Particularly those like yourself. People who are able to remember us, to keep us in their thoughts, to make us real. This is the eternal struggle of the realms. Violite and I work tirelessly to protect this universe of ours from annihilation. To you, it may seem like we're a work of fiction, that the millions constantly being consumed by the Discord are nothing more than a number on a sheet of paper. But they're much more real than that. To us, they are everything. And together, we can make them real again. But I will also remind you, you need not choose our side. If you so choose, you may work against the realms, turning everything into one final, ultimate state. Maximum entropy, minimum complexity. The choice is yours, and at least a portion of the fate of the realms lies in your hands. I believe those are all the very basics. I understand that it is very complicated. Trust me, it took me a while to come to terms with this existence. But I'm hoping these letters will reach you well. And who knows, perhaps in the future, we'll be able to talk face to face for once. I'll write you more in the future. Today, I simply wanted to introduce you to our situation here in the realms. So, stay vigilant, and remember, anything can be real, so long as you believe in it. Sincerely, Dylan.